If you like video games, if you like movies, if you like movie scores, if you like puzzles, I've got the game for you. I just happened to get wind of this game called Planet of Lana, and it has almost everything I'd ever hoped for in a video game. Stunning visuals, excellent sound design, puzzles that make my brain hurt sometimes, in a good way. Hard enough where I need to do trial and error, of course, but easy enough to where I didn't have to look up online how to get past a certain point, you know? But the reason I say it's almost all I'd hoped for in a video game is because A, it is a hard stereo track. And what I mean by that is even when I put my preamp to Dolby Mix or DTS Neural X or something, all I'm getting is audio out of the front left and right speakers, even in this dedicated home theater space. Number two is that it's pretty short. I mean, it's not a $60 video game like most games cost nowadays when they first are released. It was 20 bucks, but even then, I think I beat it in about maybe 8 hours. But if you like Limbo and Inside from Play Dead Media, you're gonna love this game. Because even though Planet of Lana is not made by Play Dead, what I think happened is Play Dead licensed out their code and their game mechanics to anyone else who might want to use their stuff, because it is virtually the same. There are some upgrades though. It's not just a jump button and an action button, but with the incredible sound design, with the incredible soundtrack throughout the whole game, there are moments where it pans out and just shows you these stunning visuals. And it's like you're literally playing a movie. So yes, let's get into it. I'm going to show you a few of my favorite parts. It's kind of nice whenever there's a cinematic moment like this where I can't actually interact. We've got some black bars on the top and the bottom, just like CinemaScope. But then when I can interact, you can see that right there, the black bars go away. Yeah, everything is so bright. And now that drama has started, you can see the color palette has gone darker. That sound design sounds very similar to the robots in Oblivion, right? I love shots like this, where it just zooms out and it just reveals a scene like that. That's why I love side-scrolling games like this, because you never know what's gonna appear on the right. So yeah, being able to move wood piles like that and, you know, climb ropes and all that kind of thing, that's definitely from Limbo and also from Inside. But the upgrade to this game is that you get that little furry companion, Mui, to help you solve the puzzles and navigate the area. So I think that's really cool. I like having a furry companion that goes along with me on the journey. I mean, just look at that. It's like a painting. I also love it since it's just side scrolling, but it's like 2.5D. You've got, you know, those big trees that are just silhouetted right there, going in the foreground as you're moving in the middle ground, you could say. Can't get enough of these style of games. Look at that light pouring through that opening there. Pretty. Just like Limbo and Inside, there are certain moments in this game where I'm just like, I don't even want to progress right now. I just want to hang out. I just want to live in this moment just for a little while. I like it how she whispers things when it's a moment where she needs to whisper. She doesn't want to get caught. See, moments like this would be really cool if it was complete surround sound, just to completely immerse me in that moment right there. I get it. I mean, it's probably just budgetary reasons they didn't do anything but a stereo mix. Since this is an indie game, you know, it doesn't have the budget like a Call of Duty or something, or God of War, something like that, where they've, you know, put millions and millions of dollars into it. She got a cool bracelet. Wow. Pretty cool. See those jungle animal sounds. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I wish those noises were surrounding me. Because this game is so cinematic, it deserves a surround sound mix. Maybe they'll do a remaster at some point with a full Dolby Atmos or even just 5.1 surround mix. But yeah, here's another moment where it's just cinematic because you got the black bars on the top and the bottom, so I can't do anything. I'm not in control of the character, but it's just, you know, hey, you did some puzzles, you figured them out, you got this far. Just sit back and relax and watch this cinematic real quick. I mean, I'm saying that as if cinematics are a new thing in video games, but obviously they've been around a long time, but I don't know, it just feels rewarding in this particular game. Again, with the waves, the seagulls, other birds and other animals chirping and making noises. I sure hope this gets remastered at some point. And if it was just a little bit longer, then it'd be perfect. This is one of my favorite parts too. Nice. I'm just pressing right. I'm just running, but the spectacle of it all is just breathtaking. This part coming up is really cool. It's like a huge sea monster spider thing. I really like the mystical lore behind this game. Like, you're not exactly sure what's going on, but they just give you kind of little bits and pieces and little clues, but they don't like spell it out. Bye, big sea monster spider thing. And this, again, this is me just pressing right because I need to run to the right. This is, I guess, technically end of part 1 or something, but it zooms out to show you this incredible landscape. And it's like a music video. Somebody's singing. But just wait. As you can see at the horizon, oh, there's starting to be a glow. Sunrise is coming. So if I stop, the character stops too. But I mean, that's just part of it. It's, you need to go forward, but you just happen to be in the middle of a music video. Man, that shot right there. So cool. I love shots like that, where there's just this gigantic thing moving in the background. Ah, so cool. This is my least favorite part because I lose my buddy. I don't have my buddy anymore. Because you get so used to having him. It's so sad. Again, another reason I wish it was either 5.1 or even Dolby Atmos or something is these dream sequences. Because it's a dream, there's so much reverb and echoes going on. It'd be cool if that reverb and echo was, again, immersing me on all sides. I really like how, again, this is a video game that speaks to my heart because there are musical elements that are a part of the puzzles, including this next one that I'm gonna do. So like, you gotta remember the melody that those robots and stuff were playing. Da, 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 da. So pretty cool. But as you can see, there's that robot that's just lying on the ground that they're trying to reprogram so that it's good. But this next scene, once we program that robot, whew, so cinematic. I mean, really, they should make this into a movie, whether it be live action or animated or whatever. There's so many cinematic elements to this. As you can see, there's a little saddle on top, so I'm about to ride it. And again, it's just a bunch of like memorizing buttons and button mashing, which can get confusing for sure. Definitely takes a few tries. But this is one of the coolest scenes. What's difficult too is that it's a series of holds and button mashing, so it can get confusing sometimes. Isn't that cool though? I know it doesn't last very long, but my heart's still racing. Another cinematic moment coming up. I'm about to go to the mothership, but it just goes and goes and goes. So cool. Yay! We almost have our little friend back. Yay! Reunited with my friend. I think aesthetically, this is one of the coolest parts of the game too. It's so simple. It's just grayscale. Everything is stark white, gray, black. We're inside the mothership. Just these clean lines and everything. Awesome. So simple, yet so effective. Again, with stuff happening in the foreground while you're in the middle ground. Just love the perspective. I also love it when games do this, where all you see is their silhouette. I know there's some in Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze for the Nintendo Switch. They have some levels like that. And in the new Mario Wonder, there's some levels like that as well. But I just love the just simple yet effective. I mean, cinematography, really. All right, folks, this is the last, I guess, boss, you could say. It's another combination of buttons you have to press and button mash, but it's also a super cinematic moment because it just swells into this, just not only sound design, but music as well. It's just, oh, you'll see. Here it is. Dude, that crescendo at the end, just incredible. And now it's the beginning of the game with some slight differences. We've come full circle. Now you can see there's robots that they're using for good purposes. Yay. Yay. Yeah, now the robots are helping out these people. Kids are even playing with the robots. This lady's not as mad anymore because she's got a little robot helper, just fishing. And there you have it. So yeah, it's not perfect, but man, it's up there. Again, if it was 5.1 or even better, if it was Dolby Atmos, I want to be immersed in this story on this planet with all these robots taking over. But so many cinematic moments. You're playing a movie, basically. I'd say right now, since it is only stereo, I mean, my subwoofers were still active. So if you've got subwoofers in your home theater system, great. It really adds to the immersion as far as getting deep down and rumbling the house. That's gonna be your best bet. Or since it is only stereo right now, probably the most immersive experience you'll have right now is if you wear some really nice headphones. Right now it's on Xbox and PC, but April 16th, I know it's coming out on the Switch. So I'm probably gonna get it on the Switch as well because it's only 20 bucks. It's not a huge amount. Just because if I have it on the Switch, then I can easily connect my Bluetooth headphones to it that I really like. That, and I can take it wherever I go or play it on the TV, because that's typically why I tend to download most games. If they're on different platforms, I tend to get the Switch version just because it can be mobile if I want. Just because, you know, a lot of times you might want to go with the Xbox or the PS5 version because you're going to get better graphics. But even this, it's not meant to be like photorealistic and super high resolution. It's meant to be like a painting. So you're gonna see some lines, you're gonna see some pixelation here and there. But I mean, look at it. Even this, it's just gorgeous. Even though it's not like 4K HDR and you can't see any pixels whatsoever because it's such high resolution, To me, if the story's good, if you can make something look this gorgeous without having it be such high resolution, that's still good in my book. But again, the other downside is it's just not that long. Like I said, it took me about 8 hours the first time through because it was brand new to me. I didn't know the puzzles and such. But this being the second time through, it didn't take me near as long because I remembered the puzzles and I wasn't just stuck in a certain section for as long because I knew just how to move on. But the one part of it that does have good replay value is there are shrines. I think there's like 10 shrines altogether that you need to find. And I think the first time through, I found 3 shrines. This time through, since I was trying to just get through it for this video, I only found 2 of the shrines. So clearly there's a lot more exploring to do that I just haven't been able to do. So I think I'm going to go through it again, and this time try and find all the shrines. Really explore. You know, the first time through it was more just survive and figure out the puzzles, and I just happened to find some of the shrines that way. There's definitely replay value with this game, but even if you just want to show it off to your friends and just show how cinematic it is and how gorgeous it is, that's cool too, man. Yeah, if I had to rate it right now, what, out of 10, I'd probably give it 8 out of 10. But if it was an immersive audio experience, and if it was a little bit longer, 10 out of 10, easy. Just because Limbo and Inside, the Play Dead studios that made those 2 games previous to this, they just kind of made their own genre. This is like a genre unto itself. The side-scrolling 2.5D puzzle game like this that also has just incredible backdrops and moments where you just kind of want to hang out and just bask in the beauty of it. And since Playdead is moving on, because I looked online and saw that their next video game is going to be a 3D adventure game, not side-scrolling like this. So they've kind of moved on, but I'm glad that other indie companies are utilizing these same game mechanics and kind of idea of having this incredibly gorgeous looking game, very cinematic, that you scroll through and it reveals all these different layouts and puzzles and gorgeous set pieces when it zooms out and zooms back in and stuff. I really like this subgenre of video game. So there you have it, folks. I hope you enjoyed this love letter of mine to this game. I'm a big fan. 20 bucks isn't all that expensive. I highly recommend it, man. So yeah, Xbox and PC, you can download it right now. Nintendo Switch, April 16th. Get it, man. It's worth it. As always, this world is as crazy as it is, so please be kind to each other out there. Don't just watch movies and TV shows and play video games, experience them. And of course, always be listening.